episode. Welcome to Golf Talk Radio's Mike and Billy. We are glad you are with us. It is the September of 14th. Is it 15th today?
15th.
15th today of September, at least while we're broadcasting and taping this, it's the 15th. Beautiful day here in the Central Coast of California, wherever you are. I hope it's friggin' awesome. My name is Billy Gibbs. That guy's Mr. Mike Brabenik. He's on the helm over there, man, the captain of the machinery.
Hello.
Hi, buddy. I'm getting a weird vibration in the old headphones here. So
Are you getting a weird vibration?
yeah, it's kind of coming back at me. So if I sound, am I double talking, or am I sounding okay?
I think you're okay. What if I turn down your mic?
Oh, that's okay. That's not bad. Hop, are you with us this morning?
I am, and you guys sound awful. There's something going on.
Yeah, sounds pretty strange. Nice to hear your voice, though. You sound good, Hop.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
How about now?
There you go. That got it.
Nice, Mike.
Look at Mike Brabenik.
He is amazing. He is.
I just noticed that there was a light on that is not usually on when I'm sitting at the board. I had nothing to do with it, but it was on.
Take a snapshot, man. Right now. So you look
I think I will.
you can look tomorrow on your phone and say,
You've come a long way, baby.
Oh,
I'm very proud of you.
I appreciate that, sweet lips.
Do you stay here overnight, Mike?
Not anything fluffy.
No. Sometimes I feel like I do.
Yeah, well,
I have many pictures of the board on my phone, and I look at them and I go, I don't know what that's for. I have no idea.
That's of your Piper Cherokee plane that you fly.
Oh, that's
what you got it all.
That's why it doesn't look the same.
So, Hop, welcome to the show. You're the only one with us today, Hop. So join us at any time you like. We're glad to. You're always welcome in. So
Okay, well, that's. I'll chime in as I can, but Mike, don't never feel bad about that. When I first came into radio, and they literally threw me to the wolves. I had we had the Bakersfield Condors here, and they put me on a Bakersfield Condors live broadcast, and I screwed that up so badly. It was comical as I was actually pounding my fists on the board trying to get it to work properly.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get fired, but dude, it's fine.
Yeah.
You do a great job.
is that smoke supposed to be coming out of that thing right now?
Yeah, it happens from time to
I'm
time.
just curious.
Pour some water on it. Just
right,
take a big bucket of water and throw it on the board. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay, we could do that. Let's do it.
There you go. So
Thanks, Hop. Today's
Today's show is going to be, we're going to have a lot of fun. It's just me and Mike in the studio, and I've always enjoyed that because of his amazing sense of humor. And we got Hop in here to fire up, so this is going to be a good show. We're going to talk about, the recent Ryder Cup stuff. They finally made their picks. That's in the news. We'll be a little bit talking about that. We got the finals of the FedEx Cup coming up next week. I'm sure that'll be a topic somewhere along the way. But that's about it as far as golf, because, as far as tour golf. But a couple things happened during this week about golf collapsing during your round. What happens if you're starting off great, you're just cruising along, and then all of a sudden you just start collapsing? What do you do? And what do you do? What don't you do?
What do you do?
And what should happen? So did some research. Our crack team has been out there and getting some of the best advice in the world of how to handle that. Because if you want to complete your round and not just walk off and go to the bar, you've got to figure out what to do during that round to try to straighten it out if you can. How to keep your sanity. How to not quit the game. So we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of the dreaded game collapse during round. We're going to we have Phil Bow calling from the Triple Q, Invesco Triple Q, be calling in the second hour towards the end of the show. That's the second round of the Schwab Cup, which is the Champions Tour playoffs, and it's down at Sherwood Country Club in Thousand Oaks, California, actually in Westlake Village in that area down there. Beautiful area. And he's going to talk about the amazing charities that it actually helps. And the players are playing for $2 million. There's only a handful of those guys. They're doing well. But what's really going to do well out there is the actual charities. And we didn't get a chance to talk last week about how many people benefit.
Do they donate their winnings to the charity?
So I don't know that answer, Mike. I just know how much the tournament raises, from gate fees and sponsors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know you would. I know you would.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you'd give your way.
I got enough cash.
But not everybody is like you. There are also rumors that Johnny Miller might be retiring, and some people love him, some people do not. I mean, he's just always in. It's one of those things. It's like cilantro.
It's like cilantro.
You either love the guy, I love it, or you don't.
I love it.
But who's going to replace him? And there's a lot of buzz around there, and you might be surprised. I mean, all of you might be surprised.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, he's thinking he's just had it's not, not asking him to leave. He's ready. He's thinking it's time. And the common names you think might be the one, but you should see who's
Oprah Winfrey.
Mike, don't spoil this to him, man.
I'm sorry.
But, she's not on the list.
She's not? Okay.
But,
that's surprising.
you would think that she would be, right?
I think she'd be right at the top. She's got a pleasant voice.
And I have a big announcement. And it's not that I'm leaving the show, Mike. But I know you thought it might be, but it's not.
I wasn't sure after the last couple of weeks, maybe.
You never know.
You know.
That's daily thoughts. But anyways, next week's special guest was hoping he'd come today. A young Owen Avrit. He's one of my junior players from the first tee. Known him since he's been 4 or 5. He's now 17. He's playing in the Pure Insurance Pebble Beach tournament. It's the PGA Champions Tour event that impacts the first tee.
Yeah.
And so the 81 first tee kids from all over the world are selected to play. It's a rare event to get into that. I mean, it's rare to get into. It's not a rare event. It happens every year. It used to be the first tee open.
Right.
He's playing, which is kind of exciting. But in the meantime, he's going to come in and talk about that. But he had a trick shot that he's been working on where I know you've seen the video, Mike.
Oh. Well, crazy.
So has just over 1 million people. He's got over.
That is amazing.
Have you seen it? Huh?
Yeah, I've seen it. I watched it a couple of times, and I didn't believe it when I first saw it, but it was it's an amazing shot.
Yeah, he's got over 1 million hits from different. There's 3 different things. He's on Instagram, which has got hundreds of thousands. Golf Digest got over 50,000. They posted. It was on Golf Channel. Did you see it on Golf Channel, Mike? They put it on Golf Channel. Facebooks and all kinds of things. But I was out at the golf course when he was working on it the day before they actually collided. It's kind of like that collider that's over there in Sweden or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So he was coming close, man. You could see the shots were going to come close. And I remember leaving, and he was just hitting ball after ball after ball, trying to get those 2 balls to collide. And I knew that the next day or two I'm going to get a text. And
so you saw it coming.
I knew it was coming. It was close. He doesn't give up. And he was, he's hitting, it took him 2 weeks of attempting it. And 2
weeks.
2 weeks and
wow.
Thousands of swings. So he has a hard time. People ask him, "Oh, can you do it again? Duplicate it." It's not that easy, but it is real. It happened, and I knew the next day or two I got a text. Did it, coach? Did it, coach? And he sent me the video. And since then, so he's now becoming a little instant celebrity. If you haven't seen it, just Balls Collide, man. If you just Google Balls Collide or Trick Shot, or his name is Owen Avrit, Avrit. How did you find it, Hop?
On Golf Talk with Mike and Billy Facebook page that I follow.
Oh, very cool. So you're the one.
Oh, I put it all over the place.
But when you think about the physics and the probability of that happening, even for somebody that you tried 1,000 times, you tried 5,000 times, it's amazing that he pulled it off. It's fantastic.
And it's there's totally different speeds in the ball flight, right? One's fast, one's slow.
Right.
Different trajectories, but it has to be at the same plane. I mean, the same line, so they hit, right? So one person can almost put 2 people. Him and his brother have been trying to get the 2 of them to do it. And that's not easy because you have to anticipate where the other guy is going.
Exactly.
He knows where his was going, right?
Yeah.
But to swing that quickly and get the club back on that same plane with the face in the same direction and hitting that same trajectory, he's right, almost impossible.
When I watched the video, his after he hits the first ball and then he's going into his swing for the second, it reminded me of Ogden, the fastball guy, the guy who had the world's record for the most golf balls hit in a minute.
The quick loop into the back.
Because he's got that quick loop.
Ogie,
thank you.
Yeah.
Ogie. And
it's like
the
a big difference.
The same thing. He had that big loop thing that he would do. And always, every time I watch that slow motion, man, it makes my shoulders.
Because he hit those 2 balls within less than a half a second apart. And then, but to get it back on the plane. And I saw so many close calls, close call meaning 6-8 inches, right?
Right.
But I knew it was coming, and the kid doesn't give up. So he'll be on. He'll talk about it. He's very proud. And the coolest thing that's happened to him, and Hava, I think you appreciate it, there are a couple world-class trick shot artists. There's a pair of brothers. Yeah. I don't know their names, but you see them all the time. They do trick shots.
I know exactly.
Right, those brothers.
Yeah.
And there's this one guy, I guess he was the most sought-after trick shot artist for different, doing different shows and things. Both of those brothers and this guy text or send him a message through Instagram saying, "Dude, that's the best trick we've seen all year. You rock. That was badass, man.
Wow.
This is the real deal." So he got compliments from the best in the industry saying that's the best shot of the year.
Well, and he was on Morning Drive. The video was on Morning Drive.
Yeah, it was on Morning Drive as well.
Which was incredible.
So it did ruin his tempo. So I worked with his lesson yesterday because I walked by and said, "This can't be good for your golf swing." "Oh, it's fine, coach." And I got a call. "I need some help." I said, "Yeah, I figured you might."
That's so funny.
But anyway, so he will be in next week, and the following after that, he's at Pebble Beach. He's playing in this event, and we're all going to go up and watch him and support him, and we'll find out who he's playing with and all that stuff. So that's cool. That's what's coming next week, man.
That's actually
he couldn't go today. He's at Magic Mountain.
He's at Magic Mountain.
Yeah, he's on his way to Magic Mountain right now. So tough life, but great kid. And pretty cool stuff going on to him. So
his reaction is absolutely priceless.
It really is, because he worked so hard for it. Because when he finally hit him, you could see the surprise. Finally, and then his yes was just pure. Okay, I did it. Let's go on to the next thing. And he taped those all himself. He put his little phone back there and it'll stand. I mean, how much taping he must have done?
Yeah. When you tell me how long it took, I figured because it was Owen, I just assumed he did that in about an hour.
Yeah,
because that's the way he is.
3 weeks, but every time we went to the range, 3 weeks, and I don't know how long he spent each time doing it, but about 3 weeks.
That's incredible
to get it done. But it's done. It's infamy now. Infamy or famous now? What's infamy? Bad? It's in the records. It's there.
It's posted.
It's there.
That's what the kids say now.
It's on the internet, and the internet is forever.
It's forever.
I know. Isn't that insane? Does he have his own YouTube channel?
No, I mentioned YouTube, but he laughed at me because he said that's for us old people now. That's what he said. It's not the young thing.
If he put that on his YouTube account, I think he gets paid for that.
I said, don't a lot of people get famous from YouTube? There's all these YouTube stars out there. He said that's
but it's so commonplace anymore.
See, that's what he said.
The kids are Snapchatting mostly,
and there's one that's going to last a few seconds. And if YouTube isn't more than if it's not a minute or two, no one's watching it. He gave me this whole. I felt terrible. I felt old, man. I'm like, I just learned about YouTube.
I have kids that laugh at me because I'm still on Facebook.
I know that's so sad too. I'm on MySpace.
I really thought that was still a thing.
I did too.
Because Noah, my son, being the scooter rider and stuff, they're posting vids all the time.
Instagram, man, that's the place.
Well, he has that too, but he also has YouTube, and he's got friends that are making some serious money monthly with downloads.
They're probably longer than a few second video.
Yeah,
because a few second videos, what people YouTube they see, like that video, can't be more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think there's somewhere between probably 5-10 seconds. Yeah,
so on YouTube, that's what he was telling me. I don't know, Mike.
Interesting.
You can ask him that next week.
I will.
But write that down. Put that on your photo.
I will.
So what do you got going on?
I will. Well, we got to take our first break.
Is that quick?
We just burned through the morning BM.
Wow, that was a fast BM. That was like pushed it out.
It was.
All right.
I just watched.
It's not kind of uncomfortable now, man.
I'm sorry.
Take us out of here.
Yeah, it got really creepy.
It just did. It got really weird.
Come on.
I just watched them talk.
I got excited.
I know.
My little man here.
I'm not going to interrupt the flow, and that's like we're talking about the flow and golf.
There's nothing worse than interrupting the flow.
Exactly.
Morning BM. Yeah.
So I was just pushing out, and it was definitely it was going there.
It was
I was
smooth.
in the moment. It was smooth.
I'm not stepping in there.
There was no hang-offs.
Hey, I'm a good caddy.
I'll pinch it off right now. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So you guys listen to Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, brought to you by TaylorMade Golf. Check out the latest M3, M4 drivers, fairway woods, and hybrids. Also, their irons at TaylorMadeGolf.com. Today, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Golf Talk Radio on the Golf Talk Radio Network.